this first round of techniques, we're going to talk about the power chord. Power chord is the basic tool that Tony Iommi uses to create his riffs. And he usually stays on the low set of strings, so E and A strings. Let's go and play a power chord, for example. I'll talk about the fingering in a bit. Here we go. This is the shape. The root note is on the index, and the fifth is on the third finger on the string higher. You could also go with the fourth finger here with the pinky if it feels more comfortable. It doesn't feel too stretchy to me, so I go fingers 1 and 3. But both fingerings, have been used by different players. So pick your own and go with it. Now, what happens if I move the shape up? I can go here, for example. The index tells me this is a D power chord. Or I can keep going. C power chord. G power chord. F sharp power chord, and everything in between. Obviously, there's also the E power chord, the low E power chord, which doesn't require 2 fingers because we've got the open string. Okay, now, Tony Iommi stays on these strings as much as possible to create the riffs, even when he tunes down, and he's not in standard tuning anymore. But sometimes he'll go to the next set as well, so the A and D strings, which again will have the same looking shape. So we'll see that in the actual piece of music that we'll play later on. But yeah, this is the shape you need to know right now. Let me put together a little example so we can practice. So I stayed on the low set, E and A strings. I could have done this in, the next set as well, but just for now, this should be enough to practice. Let's go through the chords. I've got a B power chord. Go into an A power chord. So I've got downstrokes everywhere. Okay, B, B, A. And then the same shape goes up to E power chord on the 12th fret. Down to the D power chord. So B, B, A, E, E, D. And then the second time around, I'm doing a little change. So I'm adding this E power chord one more time. So let me do the whole thing slow. Everything is downstrokes. Make sure your first finger is muting all the other strings. You don't want to hear any of that, right? So it's relatively easy because you just lay it flat on the higher string. So let's go for the whole thing slow. 3, 4. All right, good luck practicing that. See you in the next video.